In this lesson, we're going to learn about appeal. Now, appeal is an interesting principle, and I've saved it for last because it is both the most universal principle, in that every single shot we create has to have appeal, but also the least definable. Now, we're not going to be working through anything inside of this lesson because appeal is really about how the audience is taking in and connecting with your shots or your motion graphics piece. It's not a universal formula. We cannot deconstruct appeal into something that says I can go through A, B, and C and my shot will end up appealing. The best we have is the animation principles. So while you're going through and applying the animation principles to your work, always be thinking, is this appealing? Will the audience enjoy looking at this? Now, appealing is sometimes misconstrued as cuddly or cartoony, but it's really anything that the audience likes. A sharp, jerky movement can really fit a motion graphics piece just as well as a soft movement can fit something with a lower tempo. So really, this course, or the 12 principles of animation, are all about increasing the appeal of your work. Appeal is sort of the blanket statement that whatever we create, the audience has to enjoy. And if the audience is not enjoying it, or if we're not enjoying it, that means something is wrong, and we need to come in and fix it. Now, it can be many different things, but I always go back and look at the 12 principles, and if something is not appealing to me, I go back and I ask, is the timing good? Are my keyframes set correctly? Do I have enough ease in and ease out? Are my objects moving too quickly or too slowly? Do I have anticipation to let the audience read what's coming up next? Do I have squash and stretch to create a nice dynamic feeling within our movement? Do I have enough exaggeration? Have I created or found the essence of what I'm trying to create and exaggerated it to the point that the audience can read it easily? Have I created realistic follow-through and overlapping action? Or do my actions and my animations look rigid or wooden? Do the pieces I have, or do the graphics and animation I have secondary action, or is it just the primary action? Do I need to go in and refine it, or do I need to go in and add more elements, or really refine the animation and add pieces or change pieces to better show the primary action? Are my motions in arcs, or do I have very linear and jerky movement? How is the staging? Do I have everything staged correctly? Is everything readable? Am I using the rule of thirds? Am I keeping what I need in frame? And finally, do I have solid drawing? Does this piece have depth? Does it have volume? Am I using perspective to the fullest potential? Am I using lighting? Am I using shadows? Am I using volume to the fullest potential? And all of these translate or go towards the goal of creating a more appealing piece of art. So appeal, again, I cannot show you the button that turns on appeal in After Effects. It's really about what your motion graphics piece or what your After Effects is trying to show, who the intended audience is, and whether that intended audience is going to enjoy this piece. So just to wrap this up, appeal is whatever will make the audience enjoy what they're seeing. That's the beginning of it, and that's the end of it. You're going to find a lot of different ways you can increase the appeal of your work, but all of it comes down to knowing your audience and creating pieces of art that they like to see.